Hello and welcome back. If you're here, it means you're on a journey to improve your English speaking skills, and I couldn't be more excited to help you with that. Speaking English fluently is something many learners dream of, but it often feels challenging. You may understand grammar, know plenty of vocabulary, and even write well. Yet when it comes to speaking, you might struggle. Maybe you hesitate too much, search for the right words, or feel nervous about making mistakes. Don't worry, you're not alone. Learning to speak fluently is a process, and with the right mindset and techniques, anyone can achieve it. One of the biggest obstacles to speaking fluently is overthinking. Many learners try to translate from their native language, which slows them down and makes their speech sound unnatural. Others are afraid of making mistakes and hesitate too much, which prevents them from speaking smoothly. The truth is, fluency is not about speaking perfectly. It's about being able to communicate your thoughts clearly and confidently. If you focus too much on perfection, you will always hesitate. Instead, the goal should be to develop a natural flow where your words come out effortlessly without too much thinking. Another common challenge is a lack of real practice. Many English learners spend most of their time reading books or studying grammar, but they don't practice speaking enough. Just like learning to ride a bike, speaking English requires actual practice. You can't expect to speak fluently if you don't use the language regularly. That's why it's important to surround yourself with English in daily life, whether through conversations, listening to native speakers, or even talking to yourself. The more you engage with the language, the more comfortable and confident you will become. In today's discussion, we are going to explore powerful techniques that will help you think faster and speak more fluently in English. Whether you struggle with hesitation, lack confidence, or simply want to speak more naturally, these methods will guide you towards your goal. We'll also look at real-life examples, including a story of someone who overcame their fear of speaking and became fluent through consistent practice. So, if you're ready to take your English speaking skills to the next level, keep reading. You're about to discover the secrets to speaking English with confidence and ease. Improving your English speaking skills is a journey that requires practice, consistency, and the right techniques. Many learners struggle with speaking because they focus too much on grammar rules, hesitate due to fear of making mistakes, or lack confidence in their abilities. However, speaking fluently is not about being perfect. It's about communicating effectively. The key to improvement lies in immersing yourself in English, practicing regularly, and using strategies that make speaking feel natural and effortless. One of the most effective ways to improve your English speaking is by surrounding yourself with the language. Think about how children learn to speak. They are constantly exposed to their native language through conversations, television, and daily interactions. You can create a similar environment for yourself by watching English movies, listening to podcasts, and reading books aloud. This exposure helps your brain get familiar with common sentence structures, pronunciation, and natural speech patterns. Instead of studying English only through textbooks, immerse yourself in real, everyday English. Another powerful method is the shadowing technique. This involves listening to native speakers and immediately repeating what they say, trying to match their pronunciation, rhythm, and intonation. You can do this with English audiobooks, YouTube videos, or podcasts. By mimicking native speakers, you train your brain to process and produce English faster. It also helps improve your accent and makes your speech sound more natural. Even if you don't understand every word at first, the goal is to practice fluency and flow rather than perfection. Speaking English daily, even if you don't have a conversation partner, is another great strategy. You can talk to yourself about your day, describe things around you, or practice common conversations you might have in real life. Another useful exercise is recording your voice while speaking and then listening to it. This helps you identify areas for improvement, such as pronunciation or pacing. Over time, hearing yourself speak English will make you feel more comfortable and confident in your abilities. Confidence plays a major role in improving your speaking skills. Many learners hesitate because they are afraid of making mistakes or being judged. However, mistakes are a natural part of learning. Instead of worrying about getting everything right, focus on expressing your thoughts clearly. Native speakers make mistakes too, but they continue speaking without hesitation. The more you practice without fear, the more natural your speech will become. Now, let me share a story about a student named David.
David had been studying English for years, but struggled with speaking. He always paused too much, searched for words, and felt embarrassed when talking to native speakers. One day, he decided to change his approach. Instead of worrying about making mistakes, he set a goal to practice speaking for at least 30 minutes every day. He started shadowing native speakers from podcasts, talking to himself in English, and joining online language exchange groups. At first, it was difficult. He still hesitated and felt nervous. But after a few months, something amazing happened. He started speaking more smoothly, his confidence grew, and he could hold conversations without overthinking. His secret was simple. He practiced consistently and didn't let fear hold him back. Another great way to improve is by joining conversations. The more you speak with others, the faster you will develop fluency. Look for online language exchange partners, participate in discussion groups, or even join English-speaking communities in your city. The more real-life interactions you have, the more comfortable you will become in using English naturally. Lastly, focus on thinking in English instead of translating from your native language. One way to train your brain is to practice mental narration describing what you see, feel, and do in English. For example, if you're walking in a park, think, "The sun is shining. The leaves are moving in the wind. People are jogging." This habit helps your brain process English faster, making it easier to speak fluently without hesitation.